Hey everybody, I'm Matt Gilbert, CEO of Partnerize. Welcome to our Global Partnerships Day and my Ask Me Anything session.
So looking back on the last 2 years, what observations across the digital landscape stand out to you most?
Okay. What a crazy 2 years in our category when we think about all of the progress that's been made in just such a short period of time, and then consider the impact of COVID. I think as we look at the category, we see a few things that stand out more than anything else. Certainly COVID, which we'll speak to in a second. But when you think about the pressure that marketers face on their unit economics, the overdependence on Facebook, on Instagram, and on Google, and this perpetual search, this quest for a channel that can provide a meaningful subsidy for the cost of acquisition that they're compelled to pay in those channels, and they continue to seek an answer. And I think our category collectively has finally started to meet that call and realize its opportunity to provide that channel and that subsidy that marketers have so desperately needed, and also candidly for publishers and for partners generally. A category that has felt its own pressure, right, in reduced page views and shifts in newsfeed distribution and search algorithms, and the need to figure out alternate ways to monetize page views without sacrificing relevancy for users, and just the overall rise of content as an important vehicle by which to drive new customer acquisition and as a source of revenue beyond what we would all think of as traditional advertising on a partner's page. All of those things have pushed the category forward. I think also the importance of measurement. As clients of ours and just across the ecosystem have looked for validation that new strategies and channels that historically perhaps have not fully realized their opportunity are in fact elevating and delivering on their needs, the importance of being able to actually evaluate the quality and the performance using quantitative data to measure performance of spend is actually now available and extending its reach into our category more than ever. Across not just last click partners, but partners who play different roles at every stage of the customer journey. When you overlay that and you look at the data from surveys from organizations like Gartner, which will tell you that 64% of CMOs feel like they have difficulty proving that they have a positive influence on their company's finances. And just 16% of them in the same survey feel like their team has customer acquisition, new customer acquisition as a top 3 strength. That suggests to me that there's more work to do here, but that acknowledgement in and of itself is representative of the opportunity that's in front of us. So I think we're all in this category incredibly excited about what's in front of us. And that excitement coming off of a difficult period globally as we all start to recover is now in a place where we can start to take advantage of the acceleration to digital, right, across the global ecosystem. You know, we've certainly seen a shift in, to e-commerce from 15 to 25% of total transaction volume just in 1 year. You know, a year and a half ago, if someone had asked, what did we think, how long would we think it would take to accomplish that? Any rational answer would have said 10 years. We're there in a year, and those numbers aren't changing. So when we think about where we are and what's driving that, all of those factors have come together to create an environment with significant tailwinds, but most importantly, one that puts the category in a position to solve for critical need for both the marketer and the partner. And we're excited to be a part of that.
Okay, so speaking of Gartner, according to that same report, amongst CMOs, 65% of respondents plan to invest more in the partnership channel in 2021. Why are CMOs now investing more into partnerships than ever before?
The increase in spend allocation to this channel is a reflection of a handful of things. Number one, money follows eyeballs. So as consumers have moved online over the last year, as we just discussed, the need to move those dollars there to speak to them where they are continues to increase. And those dollars will continue to move faster around the world. There's a significant gap to catch up when you think about a shift in just transaction volume from 15 to 25%. The corresponding transfer of marketing budgets hasn't yet occurred and will continue to accelerate to close that gap. So I think that will continue to be fuel that we're able to use to drive the industry forward here in the coming months and in the coming years. I think also the measurement component that we talked about a bit just a few moments ago is critical, right? The level of sophistication now, both in channel-specific measurement capability, when we talk about attribution in our channel, and we talk about the role that each partner plays, whether as an introducer in the middle of the funnel or as a closer, the ability to accurately measure that and therefore be in a position to allocate compensation according to the role that they played is a critical shift in our landscape and our ecosystem. And I think perhaps most importantly is the beginning of an acknowledgement that the approach of grading your own homework that has been manifest in this category for many years is no longer going to be accepted, and opening up APIs, shining a bright light on performance, and being willing to export our channel's data into systems of record at the brand, at the marketer, gives us the opportunity to compete for spend in a way that we've never been able to compete before, because we're actually demonstrating performance in a transparent way and putting ourselves alongside other active channels and being willing to be measured accordingly, as opposed to stating what we believe our own performance to be.
Okay, good. From your perspective, how has affiliate marketing evolved over the last 2 years?
Affiliate marketing, this is a really interesting question. And a lot of time and energy has been spent by marketing departments, by my peers across the industry, attempting to answer the question. Is there a difference between affiliate and partnership? Should there be? If there is, what is it? Which one should we be? Which one are we not? Is affiliate a bad word? I think it's time that we all acknowledge that that question isn't really the right question. The question is, regardless of what we call it, are we doing what we need to do, what we're capable of doing to deliver a channel to our clients, both on the brand side and on the partner side, that delivers on a critical need? Affiliate means you're a representative. You're acting on behalf of someone. A partner is somebody who works in collaboration with another to achieve shared goals. One is more focused on monetization, the other is more focused on reciprocity. Both are critical to the marketer and to the partner. And the items, the milestones, the progress that I spoke about a few moments ago with regard to measurement and transparency and the ability to actually understand performance across a customer journey and then to fairly compensate based on the influence and role that you played, has enabled us to have this dialogue in a way that we've never been able to have it before. And the answer is affiliate marketing has changed because it's no longer just affiliate marketing. It doesn't mean that affiliate marketing has faded. It hasn't. It just means that it's grown, it's matured, and it's found new paths by which to deliver on its value prop, which is measurable conversion of new customers to a client, to a brand, attributable to a partner or an affiliate, and then fairly compensating them for that referral. That's progress for all of us, and it's long overdue, and a continued focus on continuing to both diversify partner types and the technology innovation that allows what have been historically manual processes to automate creates the opportunity for scale. And that, along with brand safety and transparency, and marketers' more sophisticated ability to understand the performance of the channel in context, in relationship to other channels, will continue to serve as our fuel collectively moving forward.
Are there differences between affiliate marketing and partnerships? And if so, how would you describe those differences?
There are differences between affiliate marketing and partnerships, or affiliates and partners. As I said a few moments ago, an affiliate is really acting as a representative or on behalf of. A partner is acting with a relationship in reciprocity, not just a financial relationship, but actually for mutual benefit beyond simply a commercial compensation structure. Both are important. When we think about how this category needs to work moving forward, there's a place and a need for both. You think about customer files, shared attributes of first-party data, and the opportunity to put your value proposition in front of customers of a like-minded brand with similar values, similar demographic and psychographic profiles of their customer base, perhaps cause-based, and an opportunity to work together to achieve something greater than either could achieve on their own, all focused on delivering a great experience to the customer they both seek to win and retain and to grow. Those are amazing opportunities to be curated, to be fostered, to be nurtured, and to grow over time. Alone, they're not enough. Those need to be supplemented by more traditional affiliate relationships, content on traditional publications where people go to consume product reviews, evaluate the ability to choose one SKU over another, a destination over another, and to be able to make educated, informed decisions in the course of navigating their day-to-day consumer decision-making process. And there's certainly still a place for cashback and coupon and loyalty in our ecosystem. Those publishers haven't gone away. What we've seen is a diversification which has reduced the concentration of revenue contributed by those partner types, but that's a good thing for all of us. And as that happens, we'll continue to see new entrants into the category, not just the same brands who have been here for the better part of the past 2 decades, who have been more transactional in nature, but those who really put a focus on customer lifetime value, on acquiring a customer that will be with them not for a single purchase, but over a period of years, and who will grow with them and therefore allow them to grow their businesses in a healthy way and turn their partnerships into a profit center.
Okay. According to recent IAB surveys in both the UK and Australia, the majority of marketers indicated that they are utilizing a last-click attribution model. Why do you think that is? Why are marketers still gravitating towards this last-click model within the channel?
Yeah, I think it's very interesting if you look around the world and in different markets, the reliance or the maturation of the channel and maturation defined by partner diversification. In order to diversify, you need a sufficient number of diversified partnerships to be available to you as an opportunity. If you don't have those, and scale still is only manifest in very specific partners, and those partners typically would be, just like they were in the Americas for many years, in cashback and coupon and loyalty, then you would expect to see the concentration of revenue in those partners, as we do in the Asia Pacific region and still to some degree in the UK and in the European markets specifically as well. It's not a surprise, but what we should expect is those markets will continue to follow the path of what we've seen in the Americas, where in our business, 2020 over 2019, we saw revenue contribution from content publishers increase 75% over 2019. That is a dramatic shift in 1 year. And it's the result of a handful of factors. One, the ability to use technology to automate the process of finding, recruiting, and activating diverse partners, and no longer having to rely solely on a manual, human-based business development interaction to identify and activate opportunity. When your entire partner recruitment focus is manifest in humans, by definition, it's difficult to scale. So the technology has certainly enabled that. But if the technology has nothing to find or a limited database of supply, then it's only as good as the number of partners that are available to be found in any particular platform. And I think as the markets mature in these other regions, we will continue to see an expansion or proliferation of available opportunity outside the more traditional last-click affiliate cohort, which has for many years dominated and in many ways characterized the affiliate channel. But we expect that to continue to shift. And as global content providers recognize the revenue opportunity that's available to them on their own pages, we expect that they'll continue to make more inventory and more opportunity available to this channel, and we're seeing that already in markets where we're present.
Okay, so with the introduction of Instagram's native affiliate functionality for content creators, what changes or impact do you anticipate will take place, if any at all?
First of all, I think the announcement that Instagram made this week, entering the affiliate category and launching a beta program for a select group of brand partners, is an incredibly important, if PR-oriented, milestone for the category overall. Obviously, the focus that marketers have on Facebook, Instagram, and others gives us the opportunity as a category to get visibility perhaps at levels of marketing organizations that we have historically been less than successful in accessing. We spend a lot of time focusing on earning our rightful seat at the CMO's table, and Instagram's validation of what we do and why we do it is certainly an accelerant and a welcome one to what we're all trying to accomplish here. We shouldn't overlook the fact that in part that announcement was focused on their own competition, their own ecosystem, uniquely focused on compensating creators for different roles that they may play on other properties, and that's fine. That's important. We ourselves as an industry and Partnerize as a business have focused now for the last 2 years on executing a technology and product roadmap strategy that ensured that creators in our community, of which 250,000 are available on our platform on any given day, have the opportunity to be fairly compensated for the role that they play in a customer journey as measured on our platform. And in doing so, we're providing our brands the opportunity to have a relationship with the influencer community that allows them to compensate based on an outcome, not simply based on a paid placement or a sponsorship fee, which was for many years the requirement because the creators understood that unless they were in the last click position, they would be left behind when the paychecks were issued. We've moved well beyond that now, and I think Instagram's move this week is a confirmation of the importance of fairly monetizing and compensating the significant role that the influencer community plays in driving conversions for brands active in the channel.
Okay. So with the growth of content partners, influencers, do you think that coupon, loyalty, cashback, partner types will still have a role to play in this channel?
Coupon, cashback, and loyalty will always play a role in this channel. It's an important component, an important subcategory of partner type. There are many, many consumers around the world, in particular in times of economic need or pressure, who will seek a discount, who will seek a deal. And not being present in those opportunities means you've lost an opportunity to convert a customer that you may have to work harder to retain. You may have to provide additional incentives to grow over time, but they still accomplish a purpose for your brand. And if you're not afraid of discounting, then they need to be an element of your program. For those brands that do not discount and shy away from those types of tactics, this is no longer a category for you to stay away from. And I think that's the critical development in particular over the last couple of years. The ability to achieve high quality scale using content partners, influencers, and other brands as your partners allows you to actually yield a result from this channel that provides a meaningful subsidy to your unit economics and the high cost of acquisition in your other sales and marketing channels, and allows you to do that without having to commit yourselves to a discount or cashback strategy, which historically is in conflict with the way that your brand goes to market.
Okay, so shifting gears, for marketers who are considering entering the channel for the first time, is there a difference between affiliate networks and partnership software? And if so, what are the distinctions between an affiliate network and a partner platform?
The difference between the network model and the platform model is real in many ways. We think about the network model as really more of a legacy model in the sense that it was built in the 1.0 world of the category. It was predicated on aggregating inventory and making that available to brands in a platform environment where those connections were being made largely through manual processes and relationship-driven approaches. The goal of the platform model was to automate those manual tasks and to create an opportunity for real customization and curation of a partnership program that looked and acted very differently than historically what would have been an affiliate program constructed on a network and supported by largely last-click publishers. As we move forward here, there are lessons in the world of programmatic display. Programmatic display was a network world before it became programmatic. It's not to say that affiliate and partnership will become fully programmatic, but it's certainly moving on that continuum. And the result of that is an opportunity to leverage platform technology to be able to deploy more sophisticated, automated approaches to drive yield out of this channel at a level that allows for a material and meaningful subsidy to those primary channels in a way that has never historically been possible. That's the future of this channel. And as we continue to move forward, the concept of a network will continue to fade.
As marketers consider and approach the partnership channel, how should they think about staffing and resourcing this channel? Should they always insource? Should they always outsource? Is there a proper approach?
Service in this category is a really critical question, and it's one that doesn't have a consistent answer, and I think that's appropriate. There was a time where every marketer relied on their agency to do their work from a media buying perspective, from a creative perspective, and those agency holding companies consolidated their focus on large enterprise brands and delivered that capability globally. And for many years, that was fine. I think we all have seen now over a period of years, the winds are blowing in a different direction there. There's obvious momentum and success coming from direct-to-consumer approaches. As channels become more strategic, the DNA of the marketer is to take those channels closer, to put them in their sphere of influence, and to operate them inside the walls of their own businesses, and to do so in conjunction with the other channels that are being run inside of those walls. That's both an opportunity and a challenge for our category. Unlike other categories, which through the years have developed a significant scale of subject matter expertise, whether that be paid search, SEM experts, certified by Google, Facebook marketing partners with Blueprint certification, our category hasn't done that yet. And the result of that means that you're either reliant on a boutique agency or you need to figure out how to take it in-house when you may not be ready, or you're reliant on a legacy network model which had a managed service component, but has largely been left behind from a technology innovation perspective. That's a difficult place to be for a marketer. Somewhere there's a sacrifice that has to be made. It's our view that we need to create more experts in this category, and when we do so, we all benefit. So when we think about what's the right service model for a client, we put the client first and we look at their internal capability, their DNA, and try to match that with a service model that adjusts over time with the ultimate goal of empowering them to run this channel the way they would run any other primary channel in their arsenal. For some, that means agency, and that's fine. We support our agency partners, and we will continue to do so. For some, that means in-house from day one, and that's great. We build our technology to be intuitive. We build our user experience to make certain that the tasks day over day of managing a program are simple, that the capabilities they need are available, and that we continue to drive innovation in areas that actually achieve measurable improvement in performance. Most are somewhere between those 2 points. And that means they don't have a great choice. If they go to an agency, that relationship will end badly, and the agency largely has no interest in teaching them to be experts themselves because they're putting their own business at risk. If you bring it in-house too soon, you'll fail. You'll judge the channel based on the performance of a team that was ill-equipped or understaffed to deliver the result. And you'll indict a channel that perhaps could have been a critical subsidy because it wasn't properly staffed and you weren't trained. In the middle is a model that gives you the capability to learn on a timeline that maps to your organization's readiness. That's what we believe in. That's what we try to deliver. And ultimately, the goal is to elevate this channel to a level of sophistication, a level of market knowledge, and a level of ubiquity across spend that benefits all of us. And we will continue to focus on doing that by putting our customers first and using our managed service capability to create an army of experts in this category who can sit inside a marketing organization and manage this program day over day to maximize its yield and measure it right alongside social, search, display, email, and any other channel that you're activating to drive meaningful customer acquisition at favorable unit economics.
Okay. So speaking of other channels, when you look across the landscape of primary digital marketing channels, others have taken proactive steps to ensure that their ecosystems are clean and offer a brand safe environment. Do you think the same steps should be taken in partnership and affiliate channel? And if so, detail those steps.
It's a critical component of this category achieving its potential to be trusted, to be a clean, well-lighted space, to have a transparent supply chain, to have measurement that moves beyond grade your own homework, that has a willingness to stand up and open APIs and be measured alongside other channels. Candidly, I keep waiting for this channel to have its Mark Pritchard moment. And for those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, just search Mark Pritchard on Google and look at the IAB speech he gave several years ago about opening up the supply chain in the programmatic world. I think there are lessons for us in his remarks, and as importantly, lessons for us in how the industry responded to his challenge. We've done better in our channel. Businesses like Brand Verity, which is now part of Partnerize, and others have focused on creating the functional equivalent of brand safety and fraud prevention solutions for performance marketers. That's important. We've integrated that capability into our core partnership platform, and we'll continue to make that a focus of our efforts, including making it available at no charge to anyone who needs it up to a certain point of usage, because by doing that, we increase the probability that marketers enter this category and stay here. But my challenge to not only our business at Partnerize, but to all of us in this category, whether you're an agency, whether you're a network, whether you're a platform, or whether you're a partner, is to really think about what we all need to do together to get this channel to where it's capable of being. We've grown a lot. We've innovated even more, but we haven't done enough. The transparency of our supply chain is still in question, and we will have our Mark Pritchard moment. The question is, are we prepared to create it for ourselves, or are we going to wait for someone to create it for us?
What words of advice do you have for marketers, growth officers who still aren't paying proper attention to this channel and utilizing it as a primary sales and marketing vehicle for the organizations?
There are a lot of senior level marketers who continue to relegate this channel to mid-level and junior level resources in their marketing organizations. And I understand why. When you can't measure it alongside your other channels, when your understanding of it is based on its historical role in being a transactional acquisition channel, when your perspective of the type of partners that are available is largely focused on deal sites and coupon and cashback players, it makes good sense that you'd be focused elsewhere. But like with any channel, at moments in time, it may not have been a fit for you, but you have an obligation to come back and revisit it. Nothing in this digital world stands still. And in most cases, they improve. It gets better. I think if you come back and look at this channel, you will find significant differences. And that statistic we talked about at the beginning, where 16% feel like customer acquisition is your top 3, that leaves a significant amount of you who don't feel that way at all. And this is a channel where you can gain that competency. There is no cost per impression here. There is very little cost per click here. There is a cost for a result, for a conversion. It is the ultimate opportunity for measurement, and the place where marketing organizations are in the strongest position to being able to prove that you have a positive influence on your company's finances. If you're not here, ask yourself if it's time to revisit. If you are here and you haven't evaluated the contribution or the composition of your program and efforts in this category in the last 3 years, it's time to send that initiative to the top of the list. Too much has changed, and the status quo is simply not good enough anymore. And the competitive advantage that you are missing out on, you will regret it. Come take a look. I think you'll like what you see. That'll do it for my Ask Me Anything session. Thanks for taking the time out of your day, and please enjoy the rest of our Global Partnerships Day.